Welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live. Now, South Africa's Under-23 men's wheelchair basketball team, the AmaWheelies, cemented their place as the kings of the continent with a comfortable 51-38 victory over Libya out at the IWBF Africa Under-23 men's championship final out at the Mandeville Indoor Sports Arena. With this win, South Africa not only claimed the prestigious African title, but also booked their tickets to the Under-23 men's championship in São Paulo, Brazil later this year. To talk to us about this achievement, we've roped in the team's coach, Nicho Mmitlwe. Coach Nicho, thank you so much for joining us on Sports on Morning Live this morning.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Coach, perhaps we can start and talk about your victory up against Libya and that final, being crowned the champions of Africa, because you came into the tournament as the defending champions and it looked like a relatively easy win for you. Talk to us about the tournament and how you found it this time around coming in as champions.
No, the tournament, it was too difficult because, everyone just wanted to beat South Africa. Then I can say nothing was easy. The only thing that we had to do just to make sure that our players are committed and they do the basics things that we've been doing from the start of the camp until to the tournament.
51-38 scoreline. That's a massive scoreline for a final.
Wow, I can say that, but Libya really did bring it on. It was very difficult for us, especially from the first quarter until to the second quarter. I can say my players were still a bit nervous, because we knew that the pressure was on us. We had to qualify, but the third quarter, I spoke to them and said, guys, relax, you got this.
And we look at the team at the moment, and I know you and I were speaking off air just about the state of wheelchair basketball in South Africa. Where would you say we are in comparison to the rest of the world when it comes to resources, facilities? I know you were saying when you got into the court, your wheelchairs were very different from the ones that Libya had. So speak to me about that.
Yeah, I can say our wheelchair basketball this side is not yet at that standard, but I can say we're getting there slowly by surely. I can just say, please, can we please get the sponsors, where they can help our sponsors so that we can improve our game, because really our chairs, they're okay, but they're not good enough, because I can tell you, you go overseas, like now we're going to Brazil, we're going to play against players that have really expensive chairs, which are good chairs. Then I can say, you can see when we play basketball, we're pushing chairs and all that. Now, those other ones, that RGK ones, they're so light compared to what we have at the moment. But I believe that slowly by surely, we'll get there.
You speak about Brazil, and of course it's an exciting one because you are going to stand there and represent the whole continent of Africa in São Paulo. Speak to me about what that means for you and the team and what your expectations are going to be going into Brazil.
Wow, what an achievement. What an achievement. I can say to you, it means a world to us. And even my players, after they won this tournament, they were so emotional. You could tell that they wanted this more. But I can tell you, we're going to Brazil, we're going to compete. I know they can say that we're not that experienced, but experience, they will see us when we get to Brazil. We're going to compete. We're not going to add any numbers there. We're going to compete.
And you want to go all the way to the final and become the title winners?
All the way. Please, sponsors, come in. We need this, because really I can tell you that we need to be in camp for as much as we can.
On average, let's say now, when you prepare for a tournament of this nature with your current sponsor on board, how much time do you get to prepare with the team ahead of a tournament? What does your camp period look like?
Oh, unfortunately, because of our players, they still at school, some of them they're studying. Then it's difficult for us to have more time that we need because of the schools. They want the kids to be in class and all that. But I can say for this tournament, we can really appreciate if the schools can just let the kids go and represent our continent. Maybe if you can just get a month preparation, because really when we go to Brazil, it's going to be tougher than what we experience in Africa.
And I want to touch on, perhaps we do have some viewers sitting at home right now who say, I think I'm a wheelchair basketball player. Speak to me about your scouting. How does it work? How do you find most of the players that are currently representing South Africa's under-23s?
Normally what we do, we'll send out the letters. We even have our face in Facebook where we invite in players. Then we go to the schools to invite the players to come for a camp, and from there we can just select the best 12. We only need the best 12, because last time when we have to select this squad, we had about 41 kids. but we only needed the 12 of the best. But normally it's what we do from the clubs, from the schools.
All right, and if they want to get involved, they look at Facebook, they go to your page and they can become part of the team, or at least try out for the team. You have a team that's made up of some players. You say you work with them in your day-to-day job, that you do, others you don't, but most of them have come through very difficult circumstances to be where they are. What is your word then of inspiration to all the others that are sitting at home watching, going through difficult times, and to your team themselves to just say, you've come through so much already and you have what it takes?
Yeah, you know, it's not easy to motivate a special kid child at the moment, because you know what, they have trauma at the moment. Because now the things that we do always say that, guys, never give up, anything is possible.
Thank you so much, Coach Nicho. All the best out in Brazil.
Thank you very much. I could like to send a thank for our sponsors, so thank you very much for everything that you're doing for us.
That is Coach Nicho Mmitlwe just speaking on the Under-23 Men's World Championship. Of course, South Africa will be represented by Coach Nicho's team, as well as the rest of the continent being represented by his team out in Brazil. Let's now take you to the main news desk at 7:30 Central African Time. Leanne Manis has your morning headlines.